The dust is settling on the Paris AI Summit, so it's a good time to take stock. What did leaders achieve with this gathering? Has it made artificial intelligence better and safer? We've highlighted 5 takeaways for you. Number 1, nobody wants to regulate AI. Those already ahead want to stay ahead, and those behind want to catch up. The result? No one is talking about guardrails. They want to unleash AI with minimal checks. And we saw that with US Vice President J.D. Vance. He said regulation could kill AI.
We believe that excessive regulation of the AI sector could kill a transformative industry just as it's taking off. And we'll make every effort to encourage pro-growth AI policies. And I like to see that deregulatory flavor making its way into a lot of the conversations this conference.
Even Europe agrees. We spoke to President Macron on Sunday. He said innovation must come first and regulation should follow. He wants to cut back Europe's tech guardrails. The idea is to attract more AI players, but the downside is quite obvious. The joint statement in Paris has 6 priorities. Only one of them is even loosely linked to regulation. It says AI must be safe and ethical. Which brings us to the second takeaway. Political divisions are clear. That's why the US did not sign the joint statement. 58 countries signed on, but the US and its ally, the UK, did not. The US says it did not like the talk about inclusive and sustainable AI. Donald Trump wants to power data centers with fossil fuels, so sustainable won't cut it. And the UK says the deal is not substantive enough, that it doesn't go far enough. Now, we agree with that. This agreement is nowhere near enough, but that's no reason to reject it. If you cannot agree to the bare minimum, how can we move forward? Next is takeaway number 3. India's AI vision takes center stage. Prime Minister Modi laid out certain priorities like ensuring AI access to global South nations, upskilling to prevent job losses, and eliminating AI bias. Listen to what he said.
We must develop open source systems that enhance trust and transparency. We must build quality data sets free from biases. We must democratize technology and create people-centric applications. We must address concerns related to cybersecurity, disinformation, and deepfakes.
India brought a new perspective to the summit, one that went beyond the geopolitics. We will also host the next global summit on AI. India will be the host, so clearly India is taking on a bigger role here. It wants to shape AI's future, which brings us to takeaway number 4. Europe joins the AI race. Initially, their approach was different. The European Union was happy regulating AI, not building it themselves. In 2023, they began drawing up an AI safety law. And last year, they implemented it. It was billed as the world's first AI law. But now the EU has 4 more. They have promised to relax the rules and cut through red tape. Their goal is to have a European AI model.
Too often, I hear that Europe is late to the race, while the United States or China have already gotten ahead. I disagree, because the AI race is far from being over. Truth is, we're only at the beginning. The frontier is constantly moving. Global leadership is still up for grabs. And behind the frontier lies the whole world of AI adoption.
And finally, the 5th takeaway, no roadmap for upskilling and jobs. This is one of the biggest fears regarding AI, that it will eliminate jobs, but the summit failed to address it. The joint statement says an observatory will be set up. It will basically analyze the impact of AI on jobs. The idea is to decide how education and training should evolve. Now, simply put, it's a wait-and-watch approach. And again, it's nowhere near enough. We are looking for concrete proposals and enforceable guidelines. Instead, what did we get? A lot of vague commitments. Just consider the portion on sustainable AI. President Macron spoke a lot about it. But listen to what the joint statement says. Our discussion led to sharing knowledge to foster investments in sustainable AI systems, to fostering international discussions on AI and the environment, to creating an observatory of the effects of AI on energy. In simpler words, he's saying we discussed it. That's the AI Summit's outcome on sustainability. Even tech companies are outraged. They're calling it a missed opportunity, and we agree. AI is advancing at an alarming rate. Experts say we could have human-like AI before 2030. If that timeline holds, we are simply not ready for it. You could have super AI systems with no guardrails in place. That is the path we are on right now. We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Pretty measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Thagbir. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
we were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote effort. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 4.3 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.